What's up, Camp Broadside? I'm your host, Troy Mosby. Hey, I want to thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight. We got a great episode ahead of us this evening. Welcome to the very first in-person podcast. I would like to invite you guys in. Come in, sit around the fire, warm your toes up, you know what I'm saying? And let's talk some hunting. Let's talk some gear. Let's talk some kills. Let's talk some close calls and some misses. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it all here at Camp Broadside because we're real hunters and we talk real stories. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, I'd ask you to do that, please. It just helps us to grow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I would like to introduce not only my eldest son, my Broadside Camo Systems business partner, my hunting buddy, and a great friend of mine, Mr. Brandon Mosby.
Troy's talking about the 10-point miss. Swears it was close, but it don't sound like it. Brandon's grinning, bragging about his dope. Bartlett's spike, well, we all know it's blood trails and bucktails. Round the fire where the whiskey sails. Every heart's a story, every shot's a chance. What's your story to tell? What's your...
I'm telling you, that shit was the craziest thing I ever seen.
What up, Camp Broadside? I'm your host, Troy Mosby. As I mentioned earlier, I have a special co-host today. Not only is he my oldest son, he's also my Broadside Camo partner, business partner, as well as a hunting buddy, my son, Brandon Mosby.
Howdy.
How you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
Good. We're getting down to the last days of season, and that's kind of...
10 days.
Yeah, don't say it out loud.
I know.
10 days.
It's coming quick.
That is not good.
It goes by so fast.
You know what our wives are going to do? Let me see if I can do this right.
I got a honey to-do list longer than you could even imagine.
Hold on.
What do you got up your sleeve?
That's what our wives are going to do.
Yeah. I shot a doe yesterday.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the last.
Was that a doe or was that a horse?
Alleged. She identified it as a doe.
Yeah, she was a big doe. Big doe. Almost horse size.
But that's what Mariah did when I got home. She cheered because she thought that was the last one.
And then you said, well...
There's still 10 days.
Still 10 days.
I left the setup just so I got to hunt at least
Yeah,
one more
because
time.
you're going to have to tear it down.
Yeah.
So you might as well go...
Yeah, go hunt for a few hours.
Yeah, you're not
least.
going to go out there and waste time just tearing it down.
And then I was thinking, man, my Thursday's kind of open right now.
This guy. I told him he's got to get a job. He owns his own electric company, Mosby Electric.
Yep.
And but he needs another job because
Yeah.
he has way too much time to hunt. I hunt a lot. And I thought nobody hunts more than me. Well, somebody does hunt more than me.
This year for sure.
The owner of Mosby Electric.
I got. Well, we kind of blessed and not great because we slowed down a little bit. So the guys stayed busy, but I was not really needed as much in the field. So
yeah,
sent a lot of emails and stuff from the tree, which was cool.
Doing work from the tree.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to
as
do
much
that.
as I could. Yeah.
So yeah. You shot a big doe yesterday.
Yeah. That was the biggest one.
Yeah, biggest one you've ever shot.
Biggest doe. Yep.
Yep. Let's go back to the beginning of the season, to opening day. That's
September 15th.
That was a great day. September 15th.
It was a good day.
It was a great day for you.
Yeah, it was just a good day in general.
So, what happened that day?
Oh man, it feels like a lifetime ago, honestly. Yeah, we hunted the same spot, right? Not the same spot, but same area.
Yep.
Yeah, we got there dark and early, and I've never like really had a full bow hunting season like this before, so this is all still pretty new to me. Getting the deer in this close and having the experience like that, right?
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it's
just
way
that
different.
adrenaline rush of them being 15 yards, 20 yards.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So September 15th, get to the tree, sun starts peeking up. 20 minutes in, couple doe pop out. I said, I'm going to shoot one of them. Shot her at 30 yards. Was a little iffy on the shot. First deer shot with a bow and arrow, compound bow. And was a little iffy on the shot. And I texted you, I said, hey, I just shot a doe. You said, load another arrow and just hang out. I mean, this is, I don't know, sun's coming up at like 6:30 at
Yeah,
that time.
I'm still trying to hunt. Sun been up for 12 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
12
I'm not
minutes.
getting down.
Shit, you not 20, 25 minutes later, 3 or 4 more doe came in. I sent you a picture. You said, shoot her. I said, are you sure? She's just sitting, or she's just hanging out there, you know, grazing or whatever. And so, okay. Shot her. Good shot on her. Great shot. She went 20 yards down the hill, and yeah, that was opening morning. We drug them both out.
Yeah,
I don't
said,
think you've seen any deer.
I said, can you give me an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all over there, and you
Yeah.
done shot them all.
Well, and it's, you know, 8 o'clock in the morning and 80 degrees. So it's like we kind of
yeah, it was warm.
got to get them.
And we couldn't, and that was the thing. We couldn't let them sit too long. It
Yeah.
was just too dang
That
warm.
first one was a little bloated already when we got down to her. She was still good though.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Yeah.
They were little nanny does. They weren't very big, but first does, first sit. The meat has been delicious.
Yeah, first bow kill,
those
period.
young
That was
does, those taste good. I'm telling you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yep. And then, so after that, we hunted. I mean, I hunted nonstop after that, chasing bucks, trying to
Yeah,
find
you had
bucks.
several on your radar that you
Yeah,
had
so
close encounters.
We kind of
with.
switched over and started doing some public. Me and you
Yep.
together. We started hunting some public for whatever reason.
just the
Yeah,
man. There's just something about that public
the
land hunting.
woodmanship of it. I think.
Yeah. And having to deal with other people and other things happening that are out
Yeah.
of your control. It's just a different experience. And I have the utmost respect for the guys that are going out
Yeah,
and
that's
making these big kills.
Yeah,
Good,
that's
any
different.
kill on public land's a good kill to me.
yeah
So,
for sure.
Yeah, I always put in a little work on public too.
Yeah.
We're fortunate enough that we each have a couple different private land spots that we're able to hunt, which we're very blessed to
And
have.
we're
that.
trying to beef that up too. So if you're
Yeah,
listening,
if you're listening, you got some.
you need some
property.
deer.
Call
Give us a shout. That's kind of how we ended up with the. We just got permission on that new property
Yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Yep.
The guy's about to build out there, and he's going to have a bunch of gardens and fruit orchards and stuff. And he's asked, well, he didn't ask me. I asked him if we could hunt out there, and he said, "Yeah."
He
I
didn't
would-
say, "Hey, would you come hunt
Yeah,
this?"
yeah. He wanted some population control, and the amount of doe out there is
And crazy.
insane. That doe I
Insane.
shot's not even the biggest doe out there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some tanks out there.
Yeah,
It's
there's some
crazy.
tanks.
There's a
But they-
couple decent sized bucks
Yeah.
that we've seen, but
But they mostly move at night. There's a lot of construction going on around there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of activity, I think, and it keeps them most of the time after dark. Every once in a while, they're
yeah, you'll see them on camera. Early,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been pretty blessed this season. Even when we're hunting public, I've seen deer almost every sit. I think I've maybe sat 4 or 5 times and been skunked, and
Yeah.
that's not a lot compared to how many times I've sat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sitting at least
And
a
that-
few times a week.
I'm like that. If I'm seeing deer, it's a win.
I'm good.
You know, especially if I'm choosing not to shoot that deer.
100%.
Because then I'm like, well, I could have shot you.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
that's
a game.
kind of fun. Yeah,
It's like, I just don't want to get busted. Even if I'm not going to shoot you.
lets me know I'm either working the wind, my scent control is under. I'm not moving. They're not seeing me.
Yeah.
I'm blending good.
Facts.
That doe I
Blending-
shot
You're
yesterday.
blending better.
She looked at me. She's coming on a hill, and where I'm sitting, I mean, I'm like eye level with her. So one bad spot about that tree that I picked, but I was staring right at her. She didn't see me.
Nice. I always close my eyes. Or
I do
squint
once
'em real
they
tight.
look at me. I'm like. Sometimes I like to assert my dominance though too, and I'm just don't blink her though.
It's like a staring contest.
Yeah. If you
When
blink,
they
they'll
stomp,
know.
you stomp.
Yeah, that's the funniest.
They start stomping, and
Yeah.
then they do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so funny.
So you killed the 2 does.
Yep, killed the 2
What
doe.
happened next?
I hunted a while.
Did I killed a doe out on the
Yep.
private land up here.
Yep.
She come in 20 yards. Oh, that was loud.
Yeah.
She come in 20 yards. I smoked her with a Grim Reaper carnivore, and she bled out. And the good thing was she ran straight to the field.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. I was able to just
I came out and helped you, and all I did was help her load her
yeah.
load her in the truck.
We drove right to her.
Yep.
gutted her
We've
right
been
there.
blessed this year with
Yeah,
that.
every deer you shot ran back to the truck. So yeah, so I shot her, and I mean, 20 yards, she was gone, and that was a great. And then I think I shot the big buck.
Yep.
It was funny. I was hunting this spot.
Man, we were about there's some time in between
Yeah,
those
for
doe
sure.
and the buck. Lots of sits, lots
Yeah,
of
you're
sits.
talking. Well, figure I shot that. I shot that doe in September still.
Mm-hmm.
I shot the big buck, the drop time buck, November 3rd.
Really?
It was the first day of my rutcation, and I don't think I shot a deer in between them two. Pretty sure not. Anyway, so it was
Drop time.
funny, man. I remember being in the tree, and I messaged Brandon, and I said,
I had been seeing a bunch of deer. At this point I got 2 or 3 bucks that
and I ain't seeing nothing.
these are 2 or 3 bucks that if they step out, I'm taking them. And I'm seeing a bunch of little bucks too, but these 2 or 3 target bucks that I had, I mean, those are what I wanted.
Yeah, and I had 0 target bucks at this point. Well, we gotta go back before the drop time. I have a little story about another buck, 5 more minute buck.
Oh yeah.
So Brandon had been seeing a bunch of bucks. He's messaging me, every day while I'm working and slaving and helping to keep
Delivering
America
the mail.
moving. He's out here. Look at this buck. Look at that buck. I'm like, oh my
Taking
God.
pictures and videos.
I go out and I ain't seeing nothing. I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. So one day I was out. I was up in the tree. We both saddle hunt. For anybody that don't know,
That's it.
yeah, we don't do any other. We strictly bow hunt.
Yep.
And we always saddle hunt. Now, once the kids start getting a little bit older, we'll break out the blinds, so we can get them out there and whatnot. All my grandkids, I got 5 grandkids. They're
coming.
They
Yeah.
all got to get in a blind.
Quick.
So, but I was out this particular day and wasn't seeing nothing, and I was like, I had a good buck that I decided was my target buck. He came in, but I didn't have a shot on him, but I seen him, and I was like, okay, here's a buck. So I was like, this is great. I seen him like about, I don't know, 8:45, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. And then I decided I was going to get down. I was going to go eat some lunch. A lot of times we hunt dark to dark. This particular day, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go. There wasn't nothing happening after I seen that buck. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to get down and go get something to eat, about 10:45, 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock comes, and I'm looking. I ain't seeing nothing. So I start down the tree, and I use tree sticks. And when I got about
R.I.P.
RIP tree sticks.
Love tree sticks.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
I'm sure hoping somebody's taking them over.
Something happened.
They are
for
by
sure.
far the best sticks that I've used personally. And I've used a few, but anyway, I got about 3 sticks down, and I just happened to look over and I could see a deer working his way to me. And I'm like, that's a deer. And for whatever reason, I thought, I got to get back up this tree. So I climb back up the tree. Keep in mind, my bow's on the ground. So I get up the tree and I look around, and it's a big buck. I was like, oh, shit, boy. And I grab my pull-up rope, and I'm pulling it up, get my bow up. He's still coming. By this time, he's probably 17, 18 yards. I got my pack. I did take my pack off once I got up, but I didn't hang it. It was the first time using this particular pack.
Oh, yeah, I
and I was
forgot.
so frustrated with this pack. I'm not even going to say who made
Yeah.
it, but I was so frustrated with it. So it's at my feet. I hadn't hung it back up yet. And then I realized my zipper's in the pack. So now I got my bow in this hand. I'm trying to be stealthy. Good thing I was wearing broadside camo. I unzip it, and he looks up, and I'm like, oh, no.
Were you arrow knocked at this point? You just were looking
there
for
was
your
an
release?
arrow. Yeah, I'd already knocked it. I
Yeah.
still had my quiver on because I didn't have time
You
to
weren't
take. I don't
taking it
ever
off.
shoot with it on.
But you weren't taking it off.
But I
that
wasn't
time.
taking it off at this point. And so I unzipped my pack, and it's like zip, the
Yeah,
loudest
it's
zip
so
you've ever heard,
Yeah.
And the buck looks straight up at me, and I close my eyes. And he goes right back to grazing. I was like, yes. I reach in it, and he's still moving though. So by the time I get my release and I get hooked on, he's back behind me over here.
Mhm.
And there was just too much crap. I didn't have
Yeah.
a shot. And I was like, are you kidding me? For one, I thought I should have stayed on the ground. I had my bow there, my
Yeah,
pack there. There was
seriously.
no reason for me to go back up the tree, but it was just instant reaction.
Natural instinct. Yep.
I got to get up this tree.
Mm-hmm.
So if nothing, I think my thought was, if nothing else, he don't bust me,
Yeah.
you know, and I still got
As
a
you're
chance.
way up above him, moving around.
Yeah, I'm doing everything, cartwheels, you
Yeah.
know. But that was just my thought process. And so anyway, he goes on, and I'm like, well, shoot. So now time goes on. About I'm like, what do I do now? 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
So that was what we started saying.
I tell myself that still.
Yeah.
Even when it hits that little dark period, you know, at the end of the day, and I'm like, man, can I see anything? Even though I'm not going to shoot, I'll still sit there for 5 more minutes because I'm just like, I don't want to spook anything up.
What did you say when I said something about it? I said, man, if I'd have just waited 5 more minutes, that sucker, I'd have smoked him.
Yeah.
Brandon says, you know how many more deer would be killed if we just had 5 more minutes?
Yeah. 5 more minutes of daylight.
If you'd have sat 5 more minutes, if you had 5 more minutes of daylight, if it got light 5 minutes earlier, you know what I mean? It's,
man, so many times this season I've sat and I can just hear deer all around.
Yeah. You hear them
and
walking.
The sun comes up and it's like, where'd everybody go?
Yeah. So I was in a state of depression, but I was happy that I did see a deer finally, a good deer. And so some more time went on, and I kept hunting the same spot because now I had a target buck, so I just kept hunting there.
Yeah, we were heavy on the same spots we were hunting.
And I usually not like that. I move around a lot, but I was heavy on this spot this year.
I wasn't in my spot too.
Thank goodness I was.
Yeah.
So time goes by, November 3rd, I'm up in the tree. I think I was wearing Buzzard Roost saddle. I had my Hunt Arsenal pack, my Hunt Arsenal platform. That Hunt Arsenal mag is amazing.
Yeah, the mag.
I love that platform.
Really excited to see that. The
new mag, yeah.
that thing's going to be...
We've got, between the two of us, we have 4 or 5 Hunt Arsenal platforms. And I mean, their platforms are fire, dude.
I would try another one if somebody sent one. But I don't really have a desire to try another one.
You ain't going looking.
Mm-mm. If I'm going to spend money on it, it's going to be a Hunt Arsenal.
Yeah, they bite like nothing else. Yeah. They're great size. They're actually comfortable to be on.
Yeah.
I like them. Anyway, I'm up on the platform, and I messaged Brandon, and I said, man, I got to come up with another place to hunt. I'm about tired of hunting the same spot and just not seeing nothing.
That frustration sucks.
Yeah, dude. And so then put my phone in my pocket or whatever, and I'm sit there. About 30 minutes goes by, and I just happen to look behind me over my left shoulder, and I swear the biggest buck I've ever seen in person in my life. He's walking the ridge behind me, and I'm like, holy shit, he was a monster, dude. And so I grabbed my bleat. Oh, no, first I grabbed the grunt, and I grunted a couple times. And he stopped, and he was looking around, and I'm just watching him. He started walking again, so I grunted a couple times. He stops looking, and I'm like, man, that's a big buck. Holy crap, dude. And then he kept walking. So now I grab my bleat thinking, last call. Yeah. I do the bleat.
Yeah.
He don't even pay attention to it. But his nose is on the ground. We're talking November 3rd, so we're in the rut.
Yeah.
And his nose is on the ground, and he was on a mission. He wasn't jacking with me or no fake deer.
Yeah.
And so he leaves. I wait about an hour and a half, and I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, text. I just seen the biggest deer I ever seen in person. I'm like, whatever, dude.
After I text.
Yeah, no way.
That I got to find a new place to hunt.
Yeah.
Then I text, I just seen the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life in person.
I'm like, this guy.
So then I decided I was going to take a nap. I'm like, the woods were dead. I wasn't seeing nothing. I just curled up in that saddle, man. I had my Latitude knee pads on, and I just get up against the tree. I can get so damn comfortable, dude.
Yeah, same.
I crashed out. I must have been asleep for about 30, 40 minutes, I think. And then I woke up, and I remember I sat there, and I was just kind of looking around, and all of a sudden I was like, I got to pee. So I stood up, turned around, let her fly, put everything back up, turned back around, got comfortable in my saddle, and I look over, and this friggin' massive
Hammer.
drop time buck is staring at me 18 yards. He's like in between these two little trees, and all I can see is his head looking up at me, and I'm like, "Are you kidding?" And it wasn't like an emergency reaction, like he was freaking out. I mean, he was just looking at me like
He's
just
like,
looking.
this tree is
Yeah, he's like,
leaking.
did that tree just spring a leak? What the heck just happened?
That
And so
broadside.
I'm like, oh shit. So I grab my bow, and he's hardcore quartering to me. I've never shot a deer like that at that angle. And so I grab my bow. I shoot an APA Black Mamba Pro. At least that's what I'm shooting right now. 70 pounds. And I go to draw that thing back, dude. Because I thought, I've got to shoot now. This guy's fixing a bolt. There's no way. I can't even believe.
I'm
I just took
taking that shot.
I just took
every
a
time.
leak. You know, I've been sleeping. Who knows if I
Yeah,
snored, whatever.
moving.
I just went to the bathroom. This guy's standing there looking at me
Yeah.
the whole time. And I'm like, I got to shoot now. And so I go to draw back, and I get about halfway, dude. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
just shaking.
oh no, what is
Yeah,
happening?
yeah.
And I'm like, pull it back.
yeah.
Finally, I just kind of went, "Rrr."
Yeah.
And I get it back, and he doesn't move. He doesn't flinch.
That's crazy.
And so I shot him. I was using a G5 Mega Meat. And I remember thinking before I shot, because I could have easily shot him in the shoulder blade. And I was like, don't shoot him in the shoulder blade. You got to aim right behind it, was my
Yeah.
thought process. And that's what I did, and that's where I hit. Well, he jumped and then went about 15, 20 yards and just stopped. And so I pulled out my rangefinder, because it's got that little bit of zoom to it, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm looking at him. I can see the hole, and it was perfect, right behind his shoulder.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about, though, that it was quartering away the way it
so
was.
the way it came through.
Yeah. So he took a few more steps, and what I should have been doing was grabbing my bow and putting another arrow in the thing, because
Yeah.
at this point he's 40 yards, and so, but I can see his eyes, his head's down, and I'm like, he's hurting.
He's about to drop.
Yeah, I'm thinking just drop. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I think I was saying it. Drop,
Just drop.
drop,
Yeah.
drop, drop. Is he down?
Is he down?
And so he takes a few more steps, and then down the ridge he goes, down the mountain, and I'm like, he's smoked. They always, anytime I've shot a deer at this particular spot, they always go down the mountain behind me to the creek, and that's
Yeah.
where they die. So I'm like, that's where he's at.
Yeah.
So I got a good friend, Bobby Leslie, who shout out Bobby Leslie for all the photos you've
Yeah,
done
our
for us.
photographer.
Yeah, he does some amazing pictures. If you need some wildlife photography, whether it's whatever it may be, something you've killed and you want your picture taken with it, Bobby Leslie, he's the man.
Yeah.
So I messaged Bobby and I said, hey, bro, I think I just smoked a hammer of a buck. And he says, you think?
Yeah.
And thanks are capitalized. And I'm like, well, I know he's dead down the bottom of the hill. And he goes, what happened? So I told him how everything went, texting him. He says, don't go look for that deer yet. And I was like, man, I've been doing this a long time, bro.
Yeah, what you mean?
I get a vibe, you know, and I'm like, that deer's dead at the bottom of this hill. And he said, dude, I just went through this. He said, give it 5 or 6 hours. And I'm like, 5 or 6 hours,
This
bro?
is a hammer, dude.
This guy's got a drop time.
Yeah.
Oh, before that was a Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday, I was talking to Brandon, and I'm like, man, I've killed a lot of good bucks in my life. Yeah, there's a few of them. And, but I've never even seen a drop tine out in the wild, in the woods. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen it. People kill them all the time. I've never seen one. So that's like my dream buck. The very next day.
Yeah. Not even 24 hours.
Yeah. I'm like, what are the chances?
That's wild.
So I was like, well, since we had that conversation, I'm like, this is meant to be.
Yeah.
That's my buck. And he's down at the bottom of the hill at the creek.
Just like that. Bam, boom.
Yeah. And so, well, now that Bobby said don't go after him, I can't go after him.
You're texting me. I'm like, you better go get your
Yeah,
deer.
you said he's dead.
That thing dead. I could feel it. I ain't
said-
even there. He's
I
dead.
said, but if I do go down the bottom of that hill and I do jump him, Bobby's going to be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I told you don't do
And
that.
what'd you tell me? If he's dead now,
He'll be dead later.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was like, all right, I'll wait, Bobby. So I get down.
Shout out Bobby for that one.
Yeah, shout out Bobby. I get down and I go get my arrow, and it's a pass through. You know, there's blood all over the arrow. I start just kind of looking right there at the shot, and there wasn't a lot of blood right there. So I was kind of, I'm not sure what happened. So I end up rolling out. I go get some lunch and whatnot. I wait till Bobby gets off work. That was probably 6 o'clock by the time he got
Yeah.
out there. So it was several hours, 5, 6 hours.
Yeah.
And so Bobby gets there and we talk, and then we go in and we start looking for this guy. And we're following the blood trail, and it's kind of hard to follow just because it's just drop here, drop there. And I figured it was the first time I shot a mega meat. I always shoot Grim Reapers, carnivores, whitetail specials, whatever. Shout out Grim Reaper. And they make some killer broadheads, bro.
True.
And anyway, first time I was shooting G5, so I didn't really know what to expect. I've heard a lot of great things about it. And so I was like, all right. And we go down the hill, and we get in the creek area, and I know this guy's going to be laying right up here. And about that time, this buck jumps up and takes off. And I'm like, no way,
That was
dude.
him.
Bobby goes, was that your buck? But it happened so fast, I couldn't
You don't
really get a
know.
good
Yeah.
look at it.
But
So I went over where he was laying down, and there's blood. I'm like, that was my buck.
yeah.
I'm like, damn, Bobby, you were right, bro. Like, I'm glad I didn't come down here 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Who knows where he'd be?
Yeah.
So he said, I said, well, let's start walking, So we're following blood. And I think at this point we're pushing him even worse. It's getting dark now, so we both just kind of decided, hey, let's back out of here. We don't want to make things worse. So we back out, and I'm dying, man. I mean, and then I'm like, was he a drop time?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was a drop. I think I even
Yeah.
asked
Was
you. I
he
said,
even big?
yeah, I'm like, I think he was a drop time, bro. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. And anyway, so me and Bobby we leave, and I thought, I think Bobby might have said, anybody's got a dog? And I was like, no, I don't. And I was like, hey, I know somebody that just started drone recovery business. So I called up my good friend, Stephen Robinson from Project Deer.
Yep.
Shout out Project Deer.
Yeah, them guys are great over there.
Great guys.
Yeah.
If you're in the Northwest Missouri area and you need help finding a deer, you don't want to push him no more, or you just can't find him, you give Project Deer a shout. They are great.
It's a trip.
It's a
Seeing that.
crazy
Yeah.
trip. So I thought, well, let me call Steven. Excuse me. So I called Steven up, and I said, hey, bud, I just shot this deer, da-da-da, and I explained it to him. And he said, yeah, I'll come out. He goes, I'll meet you at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay. So we met up at 6:30. He's got this badass thermal
Yeah, it's
drone.
so
I mean, it's
sweet.
killer, and he's got his big screen in the back of this. I think he was in his wife's car. So shout out Christy. And
She makes the best desserts.
best desserts. And so he's got the big screen in the back of his car, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, dude. I'm watching it take off, and I'm watching him fly over. And he actually flew over where I'd hunted, where I'd actually shot the buck. And there were other deer there.
Deer galore.
Yeah, doe, bucks. Man, that thing is so cool. It literally can zoom in on a squirrel.
Yeah.
And
high
it's
def,
400 feet in the
the
air.
high def like video on it is
Yeah.
insane.
And another thing, the trees, the heat that they put
Yeah.
off is just.
It's
And
pretty
I
wild.
always know trees are alive, obviously, but until you see that, it was
Yeah.
like, dang, they're really alive.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
It was pretty wild.
Everything puts off heat too. When he came out for me, that picking up trash and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What is that? Pretty wild.
So then he's all over, zoomed in on a couple bucks, nothing. I'm like, dang, man. Now he's working his way back to us. Well, I had thought he might have been on the other side of this old road, and because that's the direction he was heading when I last found blood. And so, but at this point, I'm thinking, we're not finding him.
He's gone.
I'm depressed. And so, anyway, about that time, Christy was like, hey, why don't you go on the other side of the road? Troy said he was headed that way. Why don't you go over there and see? And he's like, yep, I got to change the battery, and that's what we're doing. So he gets over there, and we find a house cat, or what,
Yeah.
a black panther, but this big. But so we've gone, and all of a sudden there was this long thermal image. So he said, well, that's kind of long. Let's look at that. And he pops in the video on it, out of the thermal into the regular video, and you could see a buck laying there. You could see the body of a deer, and you could see his insides are hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, is that my buck? Oh, before this, Christy said, Troy, say a prayer that's your buck. So I did. I literally said,
before he switched into that game.
before he switched.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I said that because Christy hooked me up by reminding me to say a prayer. So I did. I said my prayer that was my buck, and he turns the camera on, and sure enough, there's a buck laying there. So I'm like, oh man, is that my buck? Well, you couldn't see the head at the angle. Well, then he turns that drone. Now you can see the antler. You can see that drop time.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
jumping up and down.
That was actually Steve's first recovery.
Yeah.
He'd been on one other recovery, and they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So it was his first recovery, my first drop time. So you can imagine the celebration that was going on in the street. I mean, we're jumping up and down, hollering, hugging. I kissed him on the cheek. Christy said, I wrapped my leg around him, and I was like, what was a drop time buck?
Yeah.
You get excited, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we found it. It was 500 feet from where we were standing. The buck was 500 feet laying. So we said, all right. He said, let's go find your deer. So we go across the road. There was one path, and it was real thick.
It was crazy back there.
Yeah, it was super thick. And I was like, nah. There was another path that was more open. So I took the easier route, went down that path. I mean, as soon as we started on that path, blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness. So I could have found him without the drone, but the drone made it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
that little area back there was crazy too.
Scrapes and rubs
everywhere.
That had to be his home.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was insane. Probably best hunting day of my life.
And then
when
we dragged
found
him
that.
up a freaking mountain.
Oh God, and he was heavy as all.
It was
get
go
out.
up the giant hill about 30 yards or go the easy route 70 yards.
Down a
80
creek.
yards. We going up the hill.
Yeah. We was able to park the truck right up there at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
We got it up there, threw it in the truck.
Yeah.
And it was a great day. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the best day of my season so far. And I've had some great days, but that day, finding that buck was amazing.
the best, yeah.
Shout out again to Project Deer. You
Yeah.
guys, Steve, you're great, man. He's gonna come on and talk.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to
here
have
real
for sure, yeah.
Talk about some of his adventures this year
Yeah.
with that drone.
He came out and helped me on that big deer I shot, but we never recovered that deer. I didn't got like 2 inches of penetration on that deer in his shoulder.
Yeah. But we found out your
But
bow.
he was so big that I
big.
had to check.
He was a big buck.
He was a big buck. But yeah, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Yeah. So found that deer. That's done.
Yeah.
What happened next?
I shot that first buck, I think. There was a few weeks went by just hunting hard. Lot of activity around me where I was hunting, just couldn't get the opportunity that I was trying to get, a good shot opportunity. Seen a lot of big bucks. Seen a pretty big buck about 50 yards out with a doe. Watched them for like an hour that one day. They were bedding down, moving around. I thought they were going to come to me. They never did.
That
It
was
got
one of your
close.
target bucks.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hour just holding my bow, just ready at any minute. It just never happened. But yeah, so a few weeks after that, I was out on a property and had a couple bucks come in pretty early and then never got an opportunity on them. Another buck came in chasing a doe, headed the opposite way. And he looked pretty big far away. And so I hit my grunt tube a couple times. He turned around, headed right to me, stepped right in the sweet spot, and I let it fly on him. Hit him with the mega meat. He went, I don't know, 30, 40 yards and crashed. Wasn't as big as I was anticipating, but he was my first buck.
First buck.
And I was...
And he wasn't a bad buck by no means.
I was proud of him. That's
Of course,
for sure.
I don't believe there's any bad bucks,
No.
man. People
Yeah.
get all... Social media has just jacked it up.
100%. I was proud of that deer.
Yeah, and you should be.
100%.
I'll tell you what, I'm proud of every deer I kill.
Yeah.
And I'm not a horn hunter. I love them, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. And if I have the opportunity, I go by just
Yeah.
my gut, how I feel in that moment. Because
Yeah.
there's some deer that's,
You know.
yeah, like this guy.
Yeah.
He came in, and he's a big guy, but
Yeah.
when he came in, I'd never seen a split
You're
brow
like, I'm
tine like that.
taking it, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm shooting this guy for
Yeah.
sure. And, but there's little ones. I've shot smaller bucks to where I'm like, dude, but look at the body on it, or look
Yeah.
at the, there's something about that deer that just made me shoot it.
Yeah. My standards were getting a little bit low. I was going for a hammer. First bow buck, first buck of the year. I was like, I'm shooting a hammer. But you get out
And sometimes
there.
they look pretty big.
He did. He looked big. And then I walked up to him. He's not that. But
Hey,
he's
how
good,
many
though.
times have you shot a doe that you
every,
thought was an elephant?
every time except for the last time, I thought she was small, and I walked up and I was like, "Dang, she's big."
Yeah. Most of the time when I shoot a doe, I'm always like, my God, she's a monster.
Yeah.
Bro, I just put her down.
Yeah.
And I get to her and I'm like, I'm surprised she don't have spots.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So that was a fun time. The rut was fun.
Hey, but that
I grunted a ton of bucks in,
yeah,
or close
isn't that
to
fun,
it,
dude?
That's like, I like that hunting. I think they say you do that with like mule deer or something,
Sika
or
deer.
siccas. Yeah.
Yeah, they say
I like to sika hunt just because I like that interactive hunting. I think
Yeah.
that's fun.
They say it's kind of like I've never hunted a sika, but what I was told is kind of like elk hunting.
Yeah.
You know how they bugle.
Yeah,
what
that's
these
crazy,
things
too.
bugle, and you call them and they answer you. And
I
it's
always
like
wondered what it was about it, because you see them and they look like
fawns.
fawns. You're like,
What? Benny Gregoire.
I don't understand that.
Benny Gregoire. He shot a sika last year, and he posted a picture and
Easily got it on his back.
basically got it on his back. Man, people were slamming him for
Yeah.
shooting this baby deer.
Really? He's like, it's a sika.
It's a sika. They don't get no bigger.
Yeah,
it's
that's
actually
crazy.
a big sika.
That's crazy. Yeah, so the rut was a good time. It was a little confusing to me, just trying to figure out what was going on, when it was going on, what was happening, and I just don't think there's a pattern. It's just be there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to be in the woods. If I got time, I'm hunting in the morning. If I don't have time in the morning, I'm trying to hunt the PM.
Yep. That's the whole key to the rut. You don't know what's going to happen.
I think
You just have to be in the woods.
at least for me, I think that's just all the time. I haven't been able to figure out a property once.
Well, that's some of the properties we've been
Construction
hunting.
everywhere. I mean, that's just part
There's
of
so many variables.
urban hunting too. I
Yeah.
think is just kind of part of it.
There's a lot of variables, like you said, construction, any kind of
Neighbors.
noise. Yeah. There's always something. People hunting on neighboring properties.
Yeah,
and-
dogs, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Bartlett was telling me a couple stories this year where him and another guy was out hunting on some public, and all of a sudden here come a doe just flying with their dogs chasing her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I think that's happened to them like 3 times.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
on public land. I'm like, what are the
Yeah.
chances?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. So you shot that buck who went right back to the path where we just loaded him up.
Yeah, I literally pulled my truck and I drug him by myself.
Yeah, because Bobby was
10
out
feet.
there.
Yeah, Bobby came out and took pictures.
Yep.
Took pictures of me and my deer. Took pictures of you in the striker,
striker.
pattern. That was like beautiful pictures.
Yeah, if you haven't
Almost
checked
like-
out those pictures or seen them,
Almost too
almost too
camo.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not edited. You know what I mean? They're not photos. It's pictures of our striker pattern.
It basically looks like a picture of some trees.
Yeah,
Literally.
it's crazy.
So yeah, after that, I mean, I kept at it. Mariah thought I was going to take it easy after that. That was, I think it was like 5 days before rifle season. So after that, I could hunt again
Yep,
for a buck.
yep.
So I actually,
Because in Missouri, you can shoot 2 bucks for the season, but you can only shoot 1 buck prior to rifle season starting. And once rifle season starts, you have to buy a rifle tag, but you can still use your bow and shoot another buck. Now, if you haven't shot a buck before rifle season,
shoot both.
you can shoot 2 bucks once rifle season starts till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Which I think, I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I think you should be able to you've got 2 buck tags. If you get the opportunity in August, well, not August because that's before season, so that wouldn't be good.
August.
But September,
Yeah.
yeah, you're liable to get in big trouble.
And that meat's going to
Scratch
spoil
that.
quick.
Can you scratch that out of there? Don't play that. Yeah. So I just think you should be able to shoot the 2 bucks whenever
Yeah.
you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't shoot 3 or 4, but you can
Yeah.
shoot your 2.
Definitely easier, more likely to after the start of rifle season. I feel
See,
like
I don't think so.
that's just
I think the rut's the time.
yeah,
You can get $2,
yeah.
but I don't know. I say that I shot that big buck the first day of my rutcation
Yeah.
and didn't see
Nothing after.
no other good bucks.
Yeah, it was
after
just
that.
a weird rut. I mean,
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of research on it in our area and other areas. I was listening to a lot of people, reading a lot of comments on social media, and it seemed like that was like the consensus. It was just a lot of weird things happening this season.
But I feel like I go through that every
Yeah,
rut.
that's what I was wondering too.
Yeah.
Is that like a every year
Yeah.
thing?
I
Like the
feel
rut's
like-
just a strange thing.
I
There's no like
never-
start date and
Yeah.
end date.
I never go, the rut's on.
Yeah.
Well, the rut's off.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times I go, is the rut on? Did that happen because the rut's on? You know?
Well, then you see a few bucks together. You're like, okay, it's
Yeah.
over.
For another time, but I have a story about the most craziest rut activity I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was insane. I've never seen nothing like it. Never seen nothing like
Yeah.
it since. But
That's cool. Seeing some bucks fight and stuff. That's a trip.
like not sparring.
Or coming in and grunting.
I'm talking. They want to kill each
Yeah.
other. It's like holy shit. Them are some powerful.
I haven't
animals.
seen that super close up. But
Why are they
I
scared of
saw-
us? Because they have no reason to be.
I know. I saw a few times where does come running by me, and then these bucks come in grunting. That's so
Oh
freaking
yeah.
awesome to me.
There's nothing like sitting in a tree and all of a sudden you hear that.
Yeah.
grunt. You're like,
Well, where'd that
there's
come
a
from?
buck coming.
Yeah.
And then he comes and comes.
Yeah.
There he is.
So season kept going. Towards what was that? Right before Thanksgiving. Actually, I think it was Black Friday. I shot the biggest buck I've ever seen
Yep.
in person. And this thing is a freaking hammer. I'm sitting in a tree. It's the PM. I haven't seen anything in a PM hunt all season, basically. I'm just chilling. I think I was on my phone or something. I look up, and this giant buck's just staring right at me, right into my soul, it felt like. And the same thing happened. He went back down to grazing, and I grabbed my bow and then went to pull it back, and I was just, took
It's
me
got to
forever.
be buck feet. I don't know.
It is for sure, because we figured out that bow wasn't set at nothing.
Yeah.
So
it was set very low.
Set very low, and I was struggling to pull it back.
Yeah.
I was shaking. Didn't he was in at 20 yards. I didn't have a good shot at him at all. But he came back around and he crossed onto my strong side, onto my right side at 40 yards. Broadside stopped, and I shot. And I thought, I was like, I just smoked him. Like, I was so confident in that shot. Not a doubt in my mind I had just smoked him. Well, come to find out, I shot him right in the shoulder. Found the arrow. There was like 2 or 3 inches of penetration, and the arrow snapped off. And I shot him with it was a QAD.
Not a shout out to QAD.
Not a shout out. I know a lot
We're
of
not
guys like him,
fans.
but yeah, I had no luck for me. It was a bow issue too, but you've had some issues with them as well.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
I like the mega meat or the whitetail special. I mean, both those have done me well. But yeah, so we ended up getting Steven out just because it was a huge buck. I knew he wasn't dead, but I had to know like 100% because he was just
Yeah, I don't blame
he
you
was a
bit.
freaking giant.
He was a monster.
So I was just, dude, super bummed. Why am I doing this? This sucks. The emotional roller
Bow
coaster
hunting
of bow
sucks.
hunting is. I suck
Any
at
of you
this.
that
You
have
know,
been bow hunting for any length of time,
yeah.
you know that roller coaster.
And putting that time in, and then just the opportunity finally presents itself, and you
Something fails.
fail, or that's what I was thinking. You know, I messed up, which I shot him in the shoulder. So I mean, should if something else happened, it probably, but definitely not the greatest shot either. So
yeah.
anyways, I took my bow up to Rogers that next day, and they figured out we were set at like 50 pounds, 52 pounds or something. So it just wasn't.
Which I don't know how that.
Yeah,
happened.
it was originally set at like 62 or 63. Yeah, so we don't really know exactly what happened, but we ended up bumping up the weight, got new arrows, some victories, got set up. I'm 68 pounds now, and it feels great now.
Yeah.
Well,
difference.
I went and sat in the same tree the next day.
Which I thought was not a great idea.
It wasn't a great idea, but I knew he was still there because we got the drone out there. He wasn't anywhere near that tree, but I just thought maybe he'll come back. I don't know.
Right.
And you were hunting out there same day too.
Yeah.
So sun comes up, 7:15. Here's some rustling. I'm like, that's a squirrel for sure. You know, I've been in the woods long enough this season to know the squirrel sound. Beginning of the season, you're like, is that a buck? So I'm like, that's a squirrel 100%. And I keep hearing, and it's still a little dark. The sun comes up, and I'm like, I look over, and I just see 12 yards behind me, rack coming through the woods. And I'm like, instantly grab my bow. I turn. He steps out in front. There's a tree between me and him. I drew back. He took about 4 or 5 more steps. He stopped to graze. Boom, smoked him. He went 20 yards. He bolted 20 yards, stopped, stumbled, walked like 4 or 5 feet, and then I couldn't see him because of the trees, but I figured he just fell over. Shot him right in the heart. Definitely dropped his blood pressure and stuff. So he
leaked.
Dude, the blood trail was insane. I could see it 20 yards from the tree.
Love that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that trail that you walk, it splits left and right. Left to go back to the trucks, right to go deeper into the woods. He was right smack dab in the middle, drove the truck up right to him.
Perfect.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yep.
And he's a big buck.
Yeah, great buck.
Yeah. How many points was he?
11.
11.
He had two broken tines, but
yeah, he was a fighter too. That's what was crazy. You could tell he's a fighter.
Yeah, he's cool. I'm getting him backpack mounted. I'm excited to get him back.
Yeah.
Not a freaking hammer like these guys, but he's a good deer for sure. Older deer.
Great deer.
I was
that's why I keep telling
ecstatic.
this guy. I'm like, this is your first year actually bow hunting, like for the season.
Yeah.
He's got all into it. I mean,
I do that though.
He's become a hunter.
Yeah.
Quick.
I like the emotional roller coaster of it. It's
that's what
the
keeps
lows are
the
low.
drive.
The lows are so low, at least for me. The lows are like, why am I doing this?
I wanna
This
quit.
sucks. I need to quit. And then that lasts for a couple minutes, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna, do what I need to do. Put in more work. I should have been putting in more work before. Or I should have shot my bow more earlier in the week or something. But then 2 days ago, I had shot that big buck and failed. And then 2 days later, I shoot this big buck. He wasn't the big one, but I was freaking
He was big.
I was ecstatic, dude.
Yeah. Super cool. And I was there and I was like, and once again, it's first thing in the morning.
I shot that buck at 7:30.
I don't think I've seen any deer at this point. I'm like, just wait.
I'm like, should I field dress him now, or is that going to mess you
no,
up?
just wait. He's like, all right, I'm going to go get some coffee.
Yeah, I ran up to quick
because it was cold.
Yeah, it was freezing.
And so,
I had Sherpa bibs on.
Yeah. Shout out Broadside Camo Sherpa bibs.
Dude,
Them things are warm as AF.
Last two deer I killed in them. And I don't wear those unless Izzy is like cold because they are warm.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be 20 or less for me to wear those because they're warm.
Yeah, it's kind of high end. When it hits 20, I'm definitely wearing them.
Yeah.
If it hits 29, I'm wearing them.
You're getting that older man blood. That
Well,
blood's thinning or something.
We call that wisdom blood.
Yeah.
We don't refer to it as older
I'm
man
wearing
blood.
those the vapor pants, the fleece line pants. Those are
polar fleece. Yeah,
those
they're. If you guys haven't checked out Broadside Camo, check it out.
cold weather gear is phenomenal. Yeah.
Waterproof, windproof, 100%, lifetime guarantee.
It's hard to blend when everything's gone, like when the leaves are gone and stuff. I mean, it seems like it's hard to blend, right? But that pattern with the white and the bear, I mean, it's great.
It looks just like bear trees.
Yeah.
That's actually what it is, a picture of a bear tree.
Yeah.
And
check it out if you haven't checked it out.
It's amazing, yeah. But, so you got that buck.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I think like 2 days later, you shot that doe, same tree.
I shot a doe out of the same tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
snowed.
smoked that sucker too.
With the sever, I think.
Yeah, I used a sever. I used
You were
like 5
so
different
hyped about
broadheads.
those, yeah,
I was
same.
so hyped.
I used a whitetail special, A QAD
Right.
hybrid, the Grim Reaper hybrid.
You did use that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then G5 Mega Meat.
Yep. I used Grim Reaper Carnivore, G5 Mega Meat, Sever, QAD. Not shout out QAD.
Yeah.
And Grim Reaper Whitetail Special.
Yep.
And I've used Grim Reapers for years, and I've decided I will always use Grim Reapers from now on.
Yep.
I'm not messing with
I've
nothing else.
always
Not
seems-
saying there's no. I mean, people love QAD. We both had not a great
I have a pack, and I thought
experience.
about using them again.
And I know there's a lot of people that love them, and I get it. I think they're a good fixed blade broadhead.
I was so excited to use that thing.
So was I. And then, so then I used that. The Sever, I was super excited about. It did its job. I mean, it. I double lunged this doe. I mean, that arrow, I've never seen an arrow go through a deer so fast. It was like, oh my God, I smoked that girl.
Yeah.
She took, I think she ended up going over 100 yards, I bet, down that path.
Yeah.
And then into the woods. I bet altogether it was 100 yards.
Yeah.
And I bet she went 80 yards and didn't even realize
What happened?
what happened.
Yeah.
Is what it seemed like. The blood, it had snowed. There was snow on the ground. The blood pattern, or the blood trail was just splatter. You could tell.
It was when she was breathing.
You could tell it'd blow out.
Yeah.
On both sides, it'd
For
blow
sure.
out.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like a what I call it a normal blood trail where it's just
Leaking.
pouring on the ground.
Like a heart shot.
Yeah. It wasn't like that. It was just spraying. So it did good. I was actually, I'm impressed with it. Do I necessarily want to use it every time? No.
Yeah.
I like the Grim Reapers. I like the 3 blades.
That's how I like the 3 blade.
Yeah. So, but it did its job, and she didn't go far. She was easy to track, and Coulter come out and helped us.
Yeah, my son Coulter came
Yeah.
out.
My grandboy, he come out and helped us track it, and it was fun. I love this part. We're dragging that deer back, and it wasn't bad drag because it was snow.
It's flat.
It's like this deer followed this path, clean cut, fat path, and so we're dragging it, and so we're cruising pretty good though as we're dragging her. And Coulter's trying to keep up, and he's 3. Yeah, and his legs are this big.
Coulter, shout out Coulter.
Shout out Coulter, my
We love
grandson.
you.
So he's like, "Hey guys, wait for me,
Papa, wait.
Yeah, Papa, wait." So we'd stop. We'd be like, "Come on," and we'd be like, "You got to keep
He had
up."
bibs on too because it was cold, so he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
his little
would
legs
move
are
that
even
far.
moving shorter.
Yeah. And so we'd take off again. He'd be like, "Hey, Papa, wait."
He's getting like actually bad.
Yeah. And we're like, "Should we just set him on the deer and just ride the deer?"
Put him in it. Mama love it.
Yeah. Come home covered with
That
blood.
dude's seen more deer
Oh my goodness.
than I've seen in my whole life, I think.
Yeah, that dude, he's had quite the season himself.
Yeah.
So I shot that doe. What happened next? Oh, I shot a doe at another property with a QAD.
Yep.
Yeah, and man, I don't know. I thought I made a good shot. I did hit it in the shoulder. A lot of penetration. It didn't get a pass through, so I'm assuming I hit both shoulders. But it seemed like about that much of the arrow was sticking out.
Yeah.
I could see the knock. And she took off. I thought she dead, whatever. We followed blood we ended up on another piece of property and another piece of property. And it was finally like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on property.
She went out into that field, and that's when it was like,
once she hit the
hopped
field,
that fence, I was like, yeah, we're either pushing her.
yeah,
She's either for the coyotes or she's living.
you couldn't find no blood after that.
Yeah.
I even walked the wood line,
Yep.
the far wood line, just to see if I could see where she went in. I could never find
Yeah.
a spot. So it was like, she gone.
Yep.
And that sucked. So, I shouldn't have shot her in the shoulder, obviously. But, anything can happen in that moment.
I made a bad shot on that
One
deer.
little flinch.
From behind me, she was on my weak side, and I tried to spin around and shoot and
Yeah.
hit her. Had good blood, and I think I was bumping her or something. I should have waited, but
Yeah. If
you have good blood.
Yeah.
I'm just head down track, and I look up. I'm like, damn, I've went 500 yards.
That was the thing with that doe. She had great blood at the
Yeah.
beginning. I just thought, oh,
Then it started getting.
she's gonna be right
it got
here,
like
right here,
It
right
got
here.
like spotty, and then picked back up.
That's the moment I said, nope, I'm
Yeah.
a Grim Reaper guy.
Yeah.
So, what happened next? So I got her, or I didn't get her, and then I shot another doe. Where was I at?
Nope, that was your third one that you shot. The one you couldn't find. You shot the one at the beginning of the season, then you shot the one in the snow, and then you just shot that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So I shot those 2 does. I shot the big buck, and then I shot a decent buck after that for my second buck, and I shot him with the Grim Reaper Whitetail Special and just filleted that.
Yeah,
sucker.
he was.
That was
You watched him
crazy.
die?
Yeah, he went maybe 20 yards.
Yeah.
I watched him slam into some trees and flip and flop, and it was over. I was
Yeah.
like, damn. And like you said earlier, Grim Reaper Whitetail Specials left a blood trail. I mean, it was when he took out after I shot. Excuse me, sorry. After I shot, I literally watched him take off, and I watched the blood go. I mean, it was spraying. I was like, holy crap. And he just sprayed the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, just painted
Yeah,
it.
I came and helped you, and it was. Yeah, it was everywhere.
It's definitely like a murder scene.
That's a good. Actually, the first buck I killed was out of that same tree, and he did the same thing. As soon as I shot him, it was just everywhere. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, it's funny. I killed that buck.
Yeah.
And that buck.
Yeah.
And that buck.
Yeah.
And that buck.
I was gonna say that one too.
And that buck.
The same tree.
No. But I've killed a bunch out of that
Yeah,
tree.
it's
It's
a
a
good
great tree. It's done me well over
Yeah.
the years. So I shot that buck and haven't shot nothing else. I've hunted a few times for a doe. Nothing coming
They're
around.
out at the new property.
They are at the new property, and I haven't shot one.
I've
out
been
there
covered
yet.
in them a few times. I actually, 2 different encounters, I was completely covered in deer to the point where like I couldn't even grab my bow.
Yeah.
There was, that second time out there was literally like 13 deer around me. I counted 100, like 360 degrees around me. I just sat there, just watched them. Some big does too, but
Sometimes you got to do that so
Yeah.
you don't get busted.
yeah, I didn't want to get busted.
You could ruin
And the
that spot real
spot
quick.
that I was in is kind of, you move too much. I mean, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you shot that hammer that we talked about
Yeah,
at the very
shot
beginning.
her
You shot that
yesterday.
horse.
I shot her, and I don't know what happened. I thought I perfect shot, but hit her shoulder, actually broke her shoulder, and she leg all messed up, just eating the ground for 20 yards, smacked into a tree, went another 15 yards, and was done. So yeah, I actually told Mariah about that, and she was like, "I feel so bad." I said she died in 30 seconds tops. Like that was the quickest way that deer could have went. Any deer could go.
Yeah.
She was, and she was laid up. Yeah. She was a good doe.
Yeah.
I was
I
hyped.
love it when you open them up and I always pull the heart out. And when that sucker's just sliced in half or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, you couldn't have done no better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if the deer went 30 yards,
Yeah.
40 yards, you couldn't have done no better. You slice that
Yeah.
heart in half. I mean,
That's the best
the
spot.
rest is adrenaline and momentum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, it's been a great season.
Yep.
I mean,
we got 10 more days.
yeah, we've killed a total of 9 deer.
Yeah.
You're one up on me. I got to try to not at least even up the score, you know. Hopefully I'll get another doe
If I
down.
don't shoot another one.
I shoot a lot of deer. I've said it before on some of these earlier podcasts that my wife runs a daycare, and I always take pride in the fact that every one of these kids grow up, at least until kindergarten, eating deer meat.
Yeah.
You ain't got no steroids, no hormones, no antibiotics, no nothing in this meat. It's just pure, you know. And like I said, I always take a lot of pride in that these kids grow up on that. And so every year I try to get 4 to 5 deer.
Yeah.
And I've gotten
We're
4
on a
this year.
Freaking roll this year.
Yeah, we've been killing it.
Yeah.
My other son, Chase,
Yeah.
not my other son, but my middle son, Chase, he killed a hammer of
Yeah,
a
he
buck
shot
this
a
year.
hammer.
His first with the
Yeah.
bow. smoked it, man. It was a great shot.
It was a beautiful deer too.
Yeah, it was a beautiful
He
deer.
got them nighttime photos too. Bobby killed him.
Yeah, he got Bobby's nighttime photos are a step above. Daytime photos are great.
Yeah.
Nighttime photos are phenomenal.
Yeah, they look awesome.
Yeah, so he killed a buck. He actually took his wife out not too long after that. And
She shot a buck.
She shot a good buck.
I tracked her with Chase for hours, dude. Hours.
Yeah. Like miles.
Yeah. And that, I think that's just another case of a small head, low poundage. I think she single lugged that deer.
And I think you guys should have backed out long before.
Yeah. We definitely should have. That was a learning lesson.
That's definitely
I've learned that a lot this year. And you got me on that doe that I shot that I couldn't find her either. You said if she's dead now, she's dead later.
Yeah.
And that's just stuck with me. So
yeah, it's like don't take you're going to do yourself more harm.
yeah, unless you're confident and I feel like
there's a good chance. Now that drop time buck,
yeah,
I knew he was dead and he was not dead.
yeah, true.
So I mean, you
got a
live
pretty
and
good
learn.
gut. Yeah,
But you start learning the shot placement. Yeah, like that deer was hardcore quartering to me. At that point, I know. And what had happened with him is I came in behind that shoulder. It came in and went down.
Yeah.
It ricocheted. I was using a G5 Mega Meat, and I was shooting Victory Extreme Velocities, which is a fast arrow, but it's a light arrow.
Yeah.
And I've gotten where I'm getting
Like
away
fragile.
from them. Yeah, they're kind of fragile. So anyway, it went in, and I don't know if it ricocheted off a rib bone or some bone, and then went down. So what had happened was it came in, and I hit part of the lung, and it came down and hit his liver.
Yep.
And so you just start learning, like, well, hey, when you shoot a deer at that angle,
You probably hit this.
you probably need to give it some time. Don't. So he wasn't standing broadside, and you just blasted him, and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
So you just learn as you go. And
The whole
I've been
thing's a
doing
learning
this. I've been
experience.
bow hunting for 30 some years, and I swear to God, I feel like I learn something every year. And it may be something I should know, or something that I may have known.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about, and then I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Or just always learning.
Yeah, it's been cool though. We have like a, I don't know, what do you call it? Tradition, ritual. After we leave the woods, we call each other and just talk about what we saw, what we didn't see, frustration, stuff that happened, whatever.
Yeah, I enjoy that very much.
And then I've been doing all kinds of research, looking at gear and stuff, which you're already a gear junkie.
I'm a gear junkie.
Quickly becoming a gear junkie, but
It's so easy.
I only want top of the line stuff.
Yeah,
Don't bring
I
me
want the
no-
stuff that works.
Yeah, I'll pay.
I can make something else work.
Yeah,
But I want the stuff that works.
yeah, for sure. There's there's many ways to do this. It seems, but I try to make it easy and light.
Well, and when it's like that for me, then it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
Like my sticks, platform, saddle. I love hunting in them.
Yeah.
I mean, some mornings you wake up and you're like, I don't want to go.
mm-hmm.
I do that sometimes.
I do it all the time.
3:30 in the morning. I'm
Yes.
like, man, I don't want to go.
Yesterday, I didn't get to the woods till like 6.
Yeah. But I'm like, all right, I'm going.
Yeah,
Because I enjoy climbing. I enjoy being in my gear. I've had gear where I did not enjoy it, and I'm like,
I couldn't imagine. I probably ain't.
there's
going.
some stuff that I'm like, no, don't do that. And
I've,
I see them on the social media, and I see guys going, hey, I just got this. What do y'all think? And I don't dog on a company. I mean,
And some people find other stuff comfortable that I know is not comfortable.
facts
for me.
or yeah, and that's the other thing. Like when it comes to a saddle, every body type's different.
Mm-hmm.
So what's comfortable for me may not necessarily be as comfortable for you. Maybe more comfortable. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you
There's
start
a
getting
lot
that
of good
opinions.
saddles on the market now. It seems.
Yeah, there's a lot. I still got Buzzard Roost up here though.
I agree.
I think that's probably the most comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
There's some other. I mean, there's some saddles that have other
Attributes.
attributes.
Yeah.
I think that's the
so,
right word.
yeah.
That are great.
Yeah.
That I'm like, ooh, that's cool. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think Probably Buzzard Roost is probably still the
Yeah,
most
for sure.
comfortable for me at this point.
This is gear talk, though.
yeah.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna definitely have some gear talk,
Yeah.
gear reviews. We got a lot of gear between us.
Yeah.
We plan on doing some reviews.
A lot of gear is about to drop this week, too. It's the ATA's
a
week.
lot of gear is about to drop,
Yeah.
and I'm so excited.
I wish we were there.
Me too. We should have been
Broadside should be there.
next year.
Yep.
Yeah, we just couldn't swing it this year.
Yeah,
So
got other
we just
stuff.
started a business. I
Yeah.
mean, we've been in business since August,
Yep.
and we've done really good.
Yep.
I'm really happy with the way
We got a
it's
lot of
turned
shows
out.
coming up. We'll be announcing soon.
Yeah.
We got a Kansas City, a hometown show. That's going to be
Wow,
sweet.
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited. We get to sleep at home.
Yeah, dude.
I told Mariah, her and Coulter get to come up.
Yeah.
Her and the kids will get to come up
Yeah.
and see us.
Super excited about that.
Yeah, that's going to be sweet.
That's the
There's a lot of-
America, what's it called?
Show Me Whitetails.
Show Me Whitetail.
Yeah.
March 13th,
Something
maybe?
like that.
Something.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that date, but it's the Show Me Whitetail. It's here in it's the old Kemper Arena building.
This is going to be sweet.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names going to be there.
Yeah.
I seen Latitude's going to be there.
Hunt Arsenal's
Victory's going
gonna
to be
be
there.
there.
Hunt Arsenal.
Yeah. Bowtech.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names
Yeah.
going to be there. I'm super stoked
Yeah.
about that.
It's going to be sweet.
Kansas City getting a good show.
Yes, we've been
is
saying that.
Very important.
Yeah.
There's so many great hunters or in this area. Well, that's why I started this
Dude.
in-person podcast. I mean, there's some hammers being killed right
Yeah.
here in our state.
Some big deer.
Yeah,
in town.
I put out a post today.
I saw it.
Casey area bow hunters, and
There's
it's blowed up.
Yeah, there's some freaking tanks.
Monsters.
Yeah.
I'm like, golly, boy.
There's some
So-
deer that I'm like, if that stepped out in front of me, I don't know what I would do.
I wouldn't be able to pull my bow back.
Literally.
Yeah, it's I'm super excited about that, and I've talked to a couple people already. We're getting them lined up. They're going to come in, so we got some great stories coming up that I'm super stoked about. Some hammers. Also, like we said, we're going to do some gear reviews.
Yep.
Hopefully, we can hook up with some other companies and get some more gear coming in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
And to
We're
check
gonna do some
out.
honest reviews too.
Yeah.
I think.
And the bottom line is we're straight up hunters. We're not I don't know, we're not influencers. We're not
Well, and this isn't what we do to survive either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're a mailman. I
You're
run
an
an electrical.
electrician.
Yep. So
but I'm like, we hunt every chance we
Mm-hmm.
get. We're in the woods.
I'm hard on my stuff.
That's
too.
why I love broadside, and that's why I preach it so much, because I'm like, I'm telling you, there's not too many people that hunt as much as we do.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
And
Unless you do it as a career.
I gotta have top gear,
Yeah.
and I believe we have premium top gear.
100%.
And I've been wearing it for the last 9 years.
Even if you don't like the pattern, you have to like the durability and the tool system.
the
you
tool
get with it.
system that
Yeah.
comes with it. And how can you not like the pattern?
Especially as a saddle hunter.
Yeah.
Mobile hunter is, I mean, you don't even need a pack anymore.
Shout out to Broadside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, between the dump pouches,
I'm
the
excited
platform
to get back
pocket.
to the shows and talk to people about it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I like meeting new people,
Mm-hmm.
and I like talking about our product. I
Yeah.
like showing them what it's about.
Yeah, it's just a lot to do online.
Yeah. It's
There's
hard.
so much
It's like
stuff to
anything else. I mean, how many times do you want to go buy brand new camo that you've never seen in person, you've never touched it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to do.
Yeah.
I get it 100%. That's why when we go to these shows, people love it.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I got a whole rack of it right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a lot of good things coming up, a lot of exciting things that we're super stoked about. We just getting started. This is just the tip of the
Yeah, for
iceberg,
sure.
and we've had a hell of a season. We still got 10 days left.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we'll have another deer or two to talk about. Hopefully, I get caught up and don't let you outdo me.
Yeah, I don't know when you're hunting again.
Your
But
beginner's luck. I'm gonna hunt Sunday.
yeah.
I think I'll take
If you,
Bartlett out.
if you shoot a deer, I'll be hunting Monday.
Yeah, this guy. Anyway.
I appreciate it having me on. Thanks for letting me be the
Yeah,
first guest.
dude. Thanks for coming on here
Yeah.
and
Love
talking.
the new the podcast area. It's
Thank you, man.
freaking sweet.
Super stoked about
People
it.
are gonna love it when they get down in here.
I think so.
Yeah, it's
I
sick.
think Billy Gerhardt helped me out a lot, and he
Yeah.
he killed it, man.
Yeah.
He made it easy on me, and it looks damn good.
Yeah, it looks good in there.
Super stoked.
Good job.
But yeah, so keep your eye out. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. Don't want you to miss anything because we got some killer stuff coming up real soon. And
Yeah, thanks.
thanks, Brandon.
Appreciate it.
As always, blend better and hunt harder.
Every season brings us back for more. It's blood trails and bucktails round the fire where the whiskey sails. Every heart's a story, every shot's a chance. What's your story?